It's time. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pedro. I'm looking at notes already. I don't even know how to say hello. Like what? If you haven't been here before, welcome. This channel is where I get to be your online best friend, where I get to show you parts of my personality. I basically record myself and do whatever the hell I want. If you're into funny, if you're into motivation, if you're into good vibes, advice, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up. I'm the type of person that enjoys videos where you can kind of like listen to someone if you're doing the dishes, if you're driving, or if you want to actually watch. I'm all about that. So I want that channel to be this for you guys. So I post videos twice a week now. Before I was posting only once a week, but now I'm deciding I'm gonna do 2 and I'm gonna post some shorts in there. I'm gonna have a little bit more fun on YouTube. So Sundays are gonna be our vlog days, and then on Wednesdays, which is today, chit chat days, more intimate. This is where we get to kind of tone down the funny, crazy editing and kind of just ask questions, give advice, talk about things like my passion, spirituality, things like today's video, and just keep it moving. All right, so I wanted to come on here just to let you guys kind of know, as I was filming this, I was feeling very overachiever. So I do definitely want to do videos on Sundays, and that's definitely going to happen. But I also want to let you guys know that these Wednesday chit chat videos, they're there. We're going to try to make them a thing, but I do work a full-time job and I am also wicked busy all the time, and I'm going to try my hardest, but don't hold a gun over my head over the Wednesday videos because it's a maybe. I want it to feel free and I want it to feel fun. I don't want it to feel like I'm forced. Otherwise, it sucks the fun out of it for me, and I just want to enjoy it as much as possible so I can have a good time with you guys. So yeah. Thank you, mama. Back to the video. So in today's video, we're actually going to be talking about escaping toxic environments. I actually have a subscriber that asked me specifically for this type of video. So I was like, girl, of course, anything for you. So here I am. And if you have any questions or if you need advice on anything that's happening in your life, please let me know in the comments down below, and I probably will make a video about it. So make sure you comment down below any questions or advice that you're into. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give me a like, thumbs up if you guys like my videos, if you guys share my videos, if you guys comment down below. YouTube, the algorithm kind of gets an idea that people are enjoying the videos and will kind of push my content out there, and I really would appreciate that. I'll also have the timestamps at the bottom of the video in case you're like, he's talking too much and I just want to hear this specific part for me. It's all in the description box below. All right, so let's get into the video because I can keep talking and talking and talking, and girl, we don't have time for that. We are here to change lives. We are here to make things different. We are here to have a good time. But if I keep talking, it's never gonna happen. So I also have a computer right here and I have all of my notes on there just to make sure I get to say everything I want to say. I don't miss anything. I don't forget anything. And yeah. So disclaimer before we even get into the video, this is very important. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a therapist. I'm not licensed to give you any advice. I'm just an immigrant that was born in Brazil, moved to the United States, have been through a lot. I've lived a very privileged life as well. Don't get it twisted. I know my truth and I know the life I live, but I know I have gone through a lot of things in my life, and I know with those things, I have entered a lot of dark areas, and in those dark areas, I was able to kind of teach myself how I think and teach myself ways, and I've done so much research and watched so many videos, podcasts about mental health, psychology, ending this like inner battle with yourself. So I feel like I have a lot of good advice that I can give to the next person. But I do take a lot of pride in the abilities that I have to kind of control my mind. Not really control, because you can't really control your mind, but to understand the way that the mind works, to understand why things are being done, to understand why I'm feeling a specific way. I have gotten to a really good place with that, and that's with meditation, with like self-reflecting, journaling, a lot of those type of things I do. And I feel like I got into a good place that I would love to give advice to you. But remember that this is my life. These are my experiences. The things that have happened to me are things that are specific to me. And once again, I'm not a counselor, so don't take this shit to like the next level and fucking like, oh, Pedro told me to go do this, so I'm gonna go do this. Relax. I've been through it, girl. I'm 25 years old and I'm telling you, I have been through it. I am probably more wise than your grandmother. I'm joking. I love your grandma. She subscribed. All right, so before we can even dive into escaping any toxic environment, we have to start with the most important lesson, and that starts with yourself. So lesson number 1, you have to tell yourself the truth. If you're the type of person that is looking the other way because it's more comfortable and it's more easy to not be honest with yourself about your environment, about the people around you, about how people treat you, it won't work. You need to literally go in and go within, find that inner love, find that self-peace, find that part of you that you respect yourself enough to be able to go through with what I'm about to tell you. Because if you can't do step 1, which is this, you will not be able to do step 2 because you're still going to be relying on someone else or your job or whatever to give you your happiness and give you that contentment. So you have to start with yourself. I'll make more videos on self-love and how I practice self-love and how I am more confident and how I build myself and how I build my self-love. It's not necessarily like put a face mask on and that's self-love. I'm talking about like deep self-love, like spiritual self-love, into it, feeling it, believing that you're a happy, beautiful person, believing that you can accomplish, believing that you can believe and do whatever the fuck you want. I can get you there. Trust me, I've done it to myself. I've done it to friends. People tell me all the time, you're inspiring me. You're so good to me. You help me do this, this, and this. And I want to help you guys too. I genuinely sometimes feel like that is kind of like my main purpose in life, is to be funny, is to be entertaining, is to be good, but like with a message. And my message is I want people to really believe in themselves and trust themselves and just end the stigma of not being able to get things done and not being able to fully believe in yourself. If that makes any sense. Like, I feel like I'm rambling at this point, but like, it makes sense in my mind. Stop making excuses for people that are hurting you, because that's the truth of it. You wouldn't be watching this video if there's not a person or thing or whatever that is hurting you. So stop making excuses for other people. It's really time to look in the mirror and it's time to say, bitch, it's my turn. I'm the one that deserves this, this, and this. If it's love from a partner, if it's whatever, you need to look in the mirror and you need to be true to yourself. You really have to. But once again, we'll get deeper into that in other videos. I'll teach you guys on self-love and confidence and all that stuff, because girl. All right, so what does toxic mean? Before we even get into escaping, I want to say what it means. So I legit wrote in my notes, what does toxic mean to me? ? So normally if I'm doing any notes or scripting on YouTube stuff, I will kind of like answer it. So then I'm not sitting here thinking, but I left it blank because I wanted to kind of tell you guys my true thought of what I think toxic means in this very moment right now at 2:51 p.m. So to me, toxic is a person or a place that is changing me or is not allowing me to be my full authentic self. Let's say I myself, as I am right now, I see myself wanting to become a football player. So I'm learning football, I'm teaching myself all the things about the game. And guys, it's just an example. Clearly me playing football, like, come on. So I'm doing the things to make myself a football player, to make that reality my reality, because it really starts with you and it really starts within. Let's assume my family was like, Pedro, you're a football player, you're too skinny, you're too gay, you're too this, you're too that. You're officially toxic in my eyes. Why? Because I myself am wanting to do this for myself. I want to be a football player. I'm full on like working on it and becoming a football player. I want people to view me as a football player. I want to be viewed as what I want to be viewed as, because it's my life and I'm the fucking main character. And if you are making me feel any type of way, and if you are putting doubt into my life anyway, you are toxic. This is a toxic environment. People are limiting you and people are controlling you in your life, aka they are toxic. So what I say to that is, bitch, you're out of here. So if you have anyone that is changing you, if you have anyone that you feel like you have to answer to, if you feel like you have anyone that is like holding control over you in any aspect, they're toxic. They are toxic. They are toxic. You control your own life. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. Even if that means, hey, I'm in a relationship, but I want to have sex with other people, or whatever that may be. Yes, this sounds like a lot, but you, in your conversation, you will say, this is my truth. That is your truth. I want to do this because me as a person, I'm lacking this, or I need this, or I want this. And I don't believe that I need to restrain myself to make someone else happy. So to me, that's what toxic means, period. And once again, those were just examples. The main fucking example is you gotta do you. And if you can't do you comfortably, fully be you comfortably, wearing whatever you want, saying whatever you want, doing whatever you want, it's toxic, because life is too long to live for anybody else but your goddamn self. Okay, so there's two main environments that I want to talk about. First environment we're going to talk about is the home environment. And then under the home environment, we're going to think about family. So family as in brother, sister, mother, father, grandfather, grandmother, cousins. Even if you're in high school, if you're in middle school, if you're like in college, whatever the environment may be, and you're living at home or you're living with your grandparents, it's still your life. it is still your life. So even as a young person, take this with a grain of salt, because it's a little bit different when you are in high school and when you are home, because your parents do know a lot more for you than what you know for you, I guess, like what is good and what is safe, what is not safe. Because when I was younger, I do remember myself thinking I knew everything, and now that I'm 25, I look back and I'm like, yo, I swore to God that I had all of my ducks in a row and my mom was right this whole time. Obviously, take it with a grain of salt, learn and like let your parents parent, but at the same time, there's parts of you that are truly who you are. Like for me, in my example, I am a gay person. So I don't know why I said it like that, but I'm gay, and being young and being gay, and my parents, I can give you guys a whole story on like my whole LGBT coming out thing. It was bad and then it was good. It was weird, but it was an area and a weird time of my life that I knew something was different about me, and I needed that acknowledgement of my family, like accepting it and allowing me to be fully me. So if you are in that same position, you need to really just be true to yourself. If your parents, grandparents, anyone, sister, brother, whoever the fuck is living with you in your home, you have to go to this place every single day, and they are not allowing you to be authentically yourself. You are not harming anybody, and you're just being a person that wants to be happy and wants to follow kindness and follow the good path of life. Sometimes you do have to go to school and talk to the counselor and say, I need someone to talk to. You need to find a friend to vent to. You need to kind of create that environment where you have a space where you feel comfortable fully telling the truths of your truth without feeling judged, without feeling attacked or whatever. So if you're stuck there and you're stuck living with your mom and your dad, there's nowhere for you to go. You don't want to talk to counselors. You don't want to talk to teachers. You don't want to open up to random people and like friends and shit. You eat it up. You come on this channel, eat this motivation up, take it in, build yourself, learn how to build yourself, and learn how to kind of control that feeling of it's only for now, things will get better, because they will get better. And I know it's a lot different for when you're younger and you're in a sticky situation. I don't want to be like not focused on that as well, because I know that some people watching this might be like, wow, you think it's that easy? And I know for a lot of people it's not, but take it in, enjoy whatever you can, make a good positive environment out of a toxic environment. Know what triggers other people. Don't talk about sleeping with men with your mom. You know what I mean? Like, know what you have to do to keep the vibes good. Only work on what you can control, and that's yourself. Okay, so the next one is still under the home environment, but this is now relationships. So the subscriber, Kaitlin, that asked me to talk about escaping toxic relationships, I kind of feel like it might have been relationships as in a lover relationship. So relationships as in husbands, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever you identified, that's kind of the relationship I'm talking about. Back to what I said in the beginning, you need self-love first. If you don't love yourself, if you don't find love in yourself, if you don't think you're beautiful, if you don't think you can do it, if you don't think you're independent enough, it's not gonna work. So you need to kind of start there, and I suggest you really focus on that first. And like I said, I will make a video on that, but I want to get into how a toxic environment at home with a lover can be so different than with a parent. Because with a parent or with a grandparent, you're not sleeping with this person, there's not like intimate love there, you know what I mean? So this one is a little bit different, because it almost feels like sometimes when you fall into a deep love, you lose your own sense of happiness and your own sense of self, that you kind of start to rely on the other person for your happiness. And girl, let me tell you, that's a no-go. Cut that shit the fuck out. You need to start reading books. You gotta start going out on walks by yourself. You gotta start going on movie dates by yourself. You gotta go out to eat by yourself. You need to do things by yourself, because you need to remember that you're a bad bitch by yourself. You don't need him. You don't need her to keep you happy. Oh my God, she doesn't want to go do this with me, so then we're not gonna go do it. No, bitch, if you still want to go climb that mountain and you really want to go hiking so bad, and this person is like, nah, I'm not going hiking. Hiking's so stupid, or whatever the situation may be, bitch, you get your ass to the top of that mountain and you go hike, because that's what you want to do. Do you see what I'm talking about here? We are fulfilling ourselves. We need to fulfill ourselves. So make sure, please, the main lesson is to fulfill yourself, fulfill your happiness. Realize that happiness isn't with anyone. It's all here. It's all yourself. You control the whole thing. The second environment that I'm talking about is literally anywhere. Anywhere. School, work, the mall, I don't know, legit anywhere. If your work is toxic, if you hate your fucking job, let me tell you what to do. It starts with a Q, ends with a T. What the fuck do you think that means? Quit, girl, quit. Quit that shit. I don't care if you're making mad money. I don't care if this is the job that you thought you wanted when you were 16. Bitch, quit. Get the fuck out. You need to realize that you yourself, look at yourself, stop, pause the video, think, me, I am the job. You are the job. These big corporations, these big businesses, they aren't actually doing the labor. The person doing the labor is you. So if the environment is toxic, if your boss is a bitch to you, if your boss isn't listening to the things that you're asking for, like, hey, my coworker is bullying me and or whatever, and I just want to come to work, do my job and go the fuck home, and this feels like this and nothing's being done, no one is jumping to help you out, you help yourself the fuck out. Say sayonara to the motherfucking money and be the fuck out and quit. Why? Because jobs ain't shit. You have to think it in a different way. Life is a game. We are all in a game of capitalism. The businesses don't do the actual labor. You do the labor. If they aren't having enough respect for you to respect you and make this environment not toxic for you, bitch, you need to be your own boss and you need to get the fuck out of there. Make the decision to say, you know what? I don't live for money. I don't live for capitalism and cash. I live for happiness and for joy of my own life. And if this isn't giving me joy anymore, and if this is so negative to me that I'm crying and I hate this place, I'm getting the fuck out of here and I'm gonna go and knock on anyone's door to give me a job. And when I get the next job, it's gonna be positive. And if it's negative, I'm getting the fuck out of there too. End this whole thing in your mind. Like the generations before put this thing in our mind that we need to hold on to a job for 50 plus years and work there for 40 hours every single week and have 2 days off. Girl, cut that shit the fuck out. Who are you living for? Are you living for you, or are you living for your job and for what everyone else is thinking of you? Oh my God, you can't hold a job. I can't hold a job, bitch? Okay, well, you sit at your job and hate your fucking life. I'll say, fuck you. I'm gonna go have respect for myself and do whatever the fuck I want for myself. Period. Money comes and goes. Money is gonna come and go. You can have $1 million today and bitch, tomorrow it's gone. So why are you having this money, this capitalism, this job, this work control every aspect of your life? If an environment is that toxic, I genuinely think this is the easiest one. I literally say, you really fucking thought, bitch. And you know I'm a hard ass worker and you don't want me to fucking quit. So you better fucking respect me. Give me the things I know I deserve, because if you don't, someone else will. I read one time in this college book that you have to fight for your own salary, and I genuinely believe you have to fight for your salary. And if that means asking for a raise, if that means asking for a better position, if that means asking for respect in the workplace, you will fucking do it, because you have to fight for your own salary. No one's gonna come up to you and be like, oh, here's an extra $1 an hour, love you. Like, the fuck? They're obviously making money off of your dumbass working extra hard, so you need to literally fucking stand up for yourself when it's time. And if they ain't doing what you want in your life, go and find it somewhere else. There's 7 billion people in the world. There's millions of fucking jobs. Stop living in fear. Stop believing that you're stuck there because this is how you make so much money, and I'm so afraid to leave because I work here and it's Amazon and I would never have a job like this again and this is such a good experience. Trust me, once you move on and once you let go and follow your inner self and follow your inner light and the things that your body and your soul needs, the universe will literally, bro, my hairs on my body are going up. The universe will literally place things into your life. It's this weird thing. I swear it's so weird. And sometimes I feel like I'm like, am I a witch? Like, what the fuck? But it's so fucking weird because I will feel my inner body like telling me what I know I need to do. Like, I know I hate this place and I've been working hard and I've been trying and I know it's not ending and it's not changing, but I feel it inside of my body that I have to go. And I will listen to myself. And when I do listen to myself, I'm rewarded. The universe rewards me. So you need to do the same thing. Stop living for capitalism. Stop living for money. Live for you. Fuck a toxic environment. Fuck a toxic boss. Say fuck you and get the fuck out of the environment. Live your life for you. Period. That shit had me going, yo. I was getting like fucking heated. Yo, I'm way too much. I really am. I was sitting here like, I'm about to delete this shit. I cannot leave this in here. Like, people are gonna judge me. But then I remembered I'm a bad bitch and my truth is my truth. So it is what it is. Fuck you. Yeah. I want you to remember to chase contentment, not money. Money is materialistic. Money will come and go. When you die, honey, guess what? Whatever's in your bank account ain't coming with you. You know what's gonna come with you? Probably that last thought, that last memory of everything in your whole life and all the things you've done. And what you do want to remember is that you lived a happy, content life, a life full of abundance and friendships and good memories, not, oh my God, I have the newest fucking vinyl record that came out and it's limited edition. That shit, it really doesn't matter. So we identified the environments, we identified exactly where the toxic environment is coming from. Now we're going to talk about how do we escape the toxic environment. I said this before, you need this first, which is the self-love. So let's practice with mental exercises, with mental techniques to be able to build the bravery, to build the confidence, to actually go through with the result of escaping the toxic environment. Not being afraid. Those are things you have to train your mind to kind of rewind the habits that you already have. So when you hear someone yelling at you, not everyone, but you hear someone yelling at you and you instantly get timid and you like hide and you don't say nothing back. That's a habit that you have in your mind. So you can kind of even almost see, like, every time my mom yells at me, my body tenses up and I get anxious and I hide. You know what I mean? It's a habit that you then have to go into your mind and practice to change. When people yell at me, I am not afraid to talk back. When people yell at me, I'm not afraid to defend myself. Because sometimes you're not wrong and you're getting yelled at for no fucking reason because people are on power trips and shit. So you have to train yourself that you are the main character. You have to train yourself that it's your life, it's your perspective. AKA, you gotta look at the habits that you're currently in and you gotta change them. Those are just like very difficult. It's like an ongoing process. I do it. A lot of other people on YouTube do it. There's shadow work, there's meditation, there's affirmations. There's a lot of different ways, but you kind of have to identify what the problem is in you before you can go and actually pull through, if that makes any sense. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys are interested in shadow work and all of those other like deeper, how do I get into myself type of vibe, because I love this type of shit. I'm so fucking passionate about it. But sometimes I feel like no one wants to hear me talk about it because I talk so much sometimes. I will have full-blown conversations with friends and then I stop in the middle of my conversation. It's like a 40-minute conversation and I'm like, girl, you've been the only one talking this whole motherfucking time. So let me know if you guys are interested in that stuff because I can go on for hours. But escaping the toxic environment has to begin with looking inward and not talking about building self-love, building confidence, building self-worth, all that shit. Not talking about that, but look inward as in look into the mirror and look at the whole situation. You have to be true about the whole situation and that includes with you. Are you also toxic? Possibility is yes. You need to be truthful to yourself. You can't expect things to just work in greatness for you. In a relationship, if it's with a husband, if it's with a school or your parents, it's not always gonna just work out for you. You also have to do your part and make sure it works out for the other person because at the end of the day, we're humans and we are constantly with other people. So we work with other people constantly. It's all the time. So don't expect a bunch of people to just respect you. Meanwhile, you never took the time to look at the wrong things you do. So have that courage to admit to yourself, you know what? I'm in this relationship with this man and he is this and this to me, but I need to be truthful to myself. I come into this house sometimes and I scream and I tell him to do this and this, and I am being very motherly, and maybe me being so motherly and so bitchy is kind of making him act that way towards me. Do you see what I'm saying? You can't just think that wrong is in the other person because sometimes the wrong is in you, and most of the time the wrong is in the both of you because it really comes from a miscommunication. Someone's gonna think one way, so they're gonna treat you one way, and then you think they're treating you that way, but in reality it's like you guys are just bouncing negativity off of each other versus looking at yourself, analyze the situation. Is this actually fucking toxic, or is this something that I can just move on from and fix? When is enough enough? Like I said, this kind of goes back to like that whole toxic thing. For me, enough is enough when I catch myself changing. When I catch myself becoming a different person for you, that's enough for me. That's enough for me. If I catch myself not wearing the shirt I want to wear because every time I wear a crop top or every time I wear, I don't know, high heels as a man or whatever, these are just examples, by the way. I hear something or there's a negative comment or, ugh, why do you wear that? Or, ugh, I can't believe you're actually going out like that. That is a problem to me. That's when I draw the line and I say, you know what? Enough is enough. Because in relationships, we need to start relationships, lover relationships, family relationships, friendships. We need to start with boundaries, and boundaries simply mean this is a trigger to me. This is something I will not tolerate, period. You can't be afraid to have boundaries with friends. You can't be afraid to have boundaries with loved ones. Like, you have to full on, like, step it up. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're allowing another person to full on control your life. Like, if you think about it that way, if I stopped wearing crop tops because my husband said he hated me wearing crop tops, I would look at the situation and I would say, then you're not for me. You don't like me and you don't love me, because at the end of the day, who I am is a person that wants to wear a crop top. I really want to wear the fucking crop top. So if you're making me feel like I shouldn't, and if I can't do it, then the truth is you don't want me for who I am. What you want is you are changing me and you're controlling me and manipulating me into becoming the person that you want me to be, aka controlling, toxic. You have to be able to identify in your life who you are. And once again, I'm gonna say it again, it comes back to self-love. When you know who you are, when you know who the fuck you dead ass are, you can't take shit from nobody, because you know who the fuck you are. You know what you deserve, what you don't deserve. Guys, this video was a lot. It felt like it was like a fucking like confessional in church, like bruh. The main lesson that I want you to learn from this video is you need to respect yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to treat yourself like a god, because you're not God, but you are very divine and you are beautiful and you are kind and you are all of these amazing, beautiful things, but you're never gonna be if you don't believe. And if the person or place or wherever the fuck you are is so toxic that it's not allowing you to believe and become this person that you want to be, you have to go. You have to go for you. Give yourself enough self-respect that you go. Like, do what you gotta do for you. You know what I mean? Like, you can't allow all these other people to shape the person that you are. Follow your dreams. Follow your heart. Like, you can and you will be successful and you will find happiness and you will find love again. And if you are in an abusive relationship, or if you're in a mentally abusive relationship and you know it's time for you to go, listen to your body. Hit a form of meditation. Like, sit there, breathe in and breathe out and breathe in and breathe out and just shut up and listen. Listen to your soul, listen to your body, because you're telling yourself what you want. Inside of you is telling you, like, I want to leave this person. Listen to your gut. Your gut is telling you what you must do, aka the universe is putting it through you. Feel it, but if you don't allow it to happen, it won't happen. You have to be truthful to yourself and just go. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. This video was a lot, I know, but it's true, it's honest, it's raw, it's what we are, it's what we're doing here on this channel. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to my channel. This stuff is like so fun to me. I'm so passionate about, you know, helping other people and showing my like entertaining side and just being like open online, and I just really want to grow and excel. So I want you guys to please subscribe to my motherfucking channel. I also want to let you guys know, if you're going through a tough time right now, I really am manifesting greatness and happiness and everything good in your life. I'm really hoping that everything gets better for you. But in the meantime, if you're in desperate need to talk to someone, I know this is YouTube, so this is kind of one way. Comment down below. I will respond to everyone as fast as I fucking can. But obviously this is YouTube, so it's not going to be real time. Also, you guys can message me on Instagram if you need someone to talk to. But if you feel like you're in desperate need to talk to someone right now, in the description box down below, I put a suicide prevention hotline. Call them up. It's free. Talk to someone, chill it down, breathe, relax. You know what I'm saying? I got you with that, baby. I'm also going to be listing down some apps that I use. I don't really do guided meditations that much anymore, just because I feel like I'm at a specific place in my life where I can just meditate by myself and I'm fine. And it's sometimes even better, but sometimes I still do use guided meditations. I have some apps down below in the description box that you can use if you're into meditation, getting into meditation. All of those are great. I'm also going to put in the description box below an affirmations app. It's free. There's also a paid version, but this app basically just throws in affirmations throughout the day. It'll send it to your Apple Watch or to your phone or to whatever. So as you're living your everyday life, something will pop up and be just like something positive that you can say out loud. And remember, the words that you say, the things that you believe are your reality. So always I try to have these things come to me, and I always have positive things coming to me into my life to keep me high in happiness. You know what I mean? But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I love you so much. You guys are literally badass bitches. Things will get better for me, for you. We can all be abundant and we can all grow and excel in life. And I'm just so happy that I have a little community forming, and I'm so excited to see where all of this goes. That being said, I will see you guys on Sunday with our vlog video. If you haven't already, make sure you check out all the other vlog videos that I posted. I posted a going to Maine vlog, like trip vacation with my family. It was extra, but girl, go watch it. And to just end the actual chit chat video, I think I want to end my chit chat videos with affirmations, because it's just cute and it's a good vibe. I want to say an affirmation. We're going to put it on the screen. I'm going to say it, and then I want you to say it to yourself and really believe it. Move on.
after you watch this video today, move forward with the idea of this being true. And since it's about toxic relationships and toxic environments, I'm gonna read it right now. I am brave. No matter how bad a situation may be, I can conquer anything and everything. All right, guys, see you on the next one. Bye.